So here we are in Kathmandu Valley at Patan's northern Ashoka Stupa. Now, Patan originally, it's over 2,000 years old, more than 2,300 years old is what I was reading. It's the oldest of the three medieval city-states of Kathmandu, Patan or Lalitpur, the beautiful city, and Bhaktipur, the city of devotees. So it was founded over 2,300 years ago, and here in the Kathmandu Valley, when it was built, the city was laid out apparently like a Dhamma wheel. So similar to what you would see at Baghdad, a circular city, and the four cardinal points, you had they built mounds, one in the center, and then one at the north, one at the south, one at the east, one at the west. And these are places of circumambulation where devotees will circumambulate. Now, circumambulate, typically a stupa, it is a mound, an earthen mound. This one has been covered and plastered over the millennia. And when you, it's basically like inside it will hold relics, often ashes or the items that were owned and utilized by a Buddha, by an enlightened being, by an arhat, by one of the enlightened disciples, by a solitary Buddha. So there will be a number of different items associated with the enlightened being. And they will be buried inside the middle of the mound. The mound will be an earthen mound. The word stupa comes from the word heap, like a heap of earth. So you've got like a drum on the bottom. Then you've got like a bowl or a begging bowl over the top, which, and then there is an axis up the middle, like some kind of a stick that goes up through the top that symbolizes like a world axis. Then there will be some type of a box on the top. Now in the Nepal expression, they have these eyes, these omniscient eyes. There will be a third eye in the middle. There will be, the nose is represented by a number 1 in Nepali, which means the oneness of all things, the unicity of all things. This has prayer flags connecting to the top, which carry, every time the winds blow, they carry prayers out throughout the world. This, I believe, it's definitely a Tibetan and Nepali tradition, but I'm not sure if there was a previous expression of the prayer flags, like say at Nalanda and Takshila universities. I don't know if there is a version of prayer flags in other Mahayana countries, in China and Korea, historically in Japan. Also at the top, you've got the different levels. It looks like a pyramid, and I believe those symbolizes different levels of enlightenment. And then you'll have an umbrella at the top, often associated with royalty. And then sometimes there will be jewels, like a little bowl of jewels or something at the top. And this would be something that land pirates and bandits why they would target Buddhist holy sites in the past and attempt to open and take relics and treasures that would be hidden within them. So this is a place where people will walk with mindfulness. They will spin the prayer wheels, which have prayers written on parchment, on paper, and then it's said to send prayers throughout the universe. You have little holders for incense and for candles, maybe butter lamps. Wicks would be put within them. There will be little shrines along the way where people will pay their respects to various statues. We'll discuss that in another video. But there are 4 of these in the Patan area. I'm not aware of a central stupa any longer. You can see the beautiful brickwork of Patan. I really appreciate a lot of the architecture here. Patan's a very interesting town. Beautiful city. Goes back 2,300 years. Now the story is that Emperor Ashoka had come here. He traveled here about the same time when he went to Lumbini, and he went on these Dhamma trips where he would go and he sought out the original 8 stupas, which had relics of the Buddha, and opened 7 out of the 8. So he opened 7 out of the 8, and then he took the relics from them and he divided them up into 84,000 parts, I believe, and then built stupas all throughout his territories, which range from Afghanistan through Pakistan, through northern and southern India, over into Bangladesh. So we'll discuss him more soon. So this is the northern Ashoka Stupa here in Patan. Be happy.